We What's up, y'all? It's Sacred Space. No, it's not. It's ALLVERSE Thursdays. But check it out. I got something for you. Welcome to ALLVERSE Thursdays. Man, it's Mark Christmas. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time. Boy, I'm pumped up. I'm hyped tonight, but we got a show for you. If you're tuning in on Twitch, thank you. If you're tuning in on Facebook, thank you. If you're tuning in on YouTube, thank you. If you haven't switched to Twitch, switch to Twitch, man. Have some fun with us over there on Twitch. Hit follow, man. When you follow us on Twitch and do things on Twitch, you get to have a little bit more fun in the chat. Now, we're going to have fun in the chat anyway. We're going to have fun in the chat anyway. As a matter of fact, you see me, I'm repping my HBCU, FAMU in the house. Yeah, Rattlers, FAMUly Strike. I'm rapping Alpha Z tonight because we got a special guest from them 7 to the highest hills, man, I'm really excited about. So let me just slow down for a second. Yeah, it's ALLVERSE Thursdays. Brought to you by the Nia Center. Now, that beat we just had in that intro was done by Doug Infinite. Thanks, Doug Infinite. You know, if you have not ever seen ALLVERSE Thursdays, I'm going to tell you, you're in for a treat. What we do is that we combine artistry, right, and for entertainment. They share their verses, whatever their art is, and we talk about their journey and their purpose, right? Their journey and their purpose in life. And it's a really phenomenal thing. But the way this works is that my guests and I, we're in the studio, right? We can see each other, but we can't see you. So the way that we know that you're up to stuff, how you feeling us, is by the comments, right? So you have the opportunity to be in the comments. Let us know you're here. As a matter of fact, if you're from an HBCU, put up a symbol that represents your HBCU. You know, whether if you're on Twitch, it's an emote. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, it's an emoji. Put up something to let us know where you are. I see you, Sandoon. Shout out to my Sandoon. Dre, PMD, Fall 88. Yeah, baby, that's number 7. So look, ALLVERSE Thursdays is where we come together to have fun and be inspired. If you saw one of the advertisements, you heard me talking about inspiration and inspirement. Yeah, inspirement. I made that word up just yesterday. I'm kind of proud of it. So you can probably hear me using it just a few more times. But anyway, man, so if you're new to this and this is the first time, go ahead and share it, man. If you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us on Facebook, share it to your page. Don't start a watch party. Just share it. That way the people can comment and be in the comments in the chat. We'll be able to bring the comments on the screen so the audience, wherever they're tuned in, can be a part of it. With that being said, let me just go ahead and settle myself and open up this thing here. The champ is here. Okay, I see you, champ. I see you, Nupe. Come on, let's go, y'all. ALLVERSE Thursdays, Nia Center. So I want to open it up with the poem. It says, I and you. I want to meet you. I want to greet you. I want to see you. I want to touch you. I want to feel you. I want to tell you. I want to heal you. I want to forgive you. I want to fulfill you. I want to give you. I want to hear you. I want to know you. I love you. I made you. I am you. That's that piece, y'all. I and you. So the scripture that says, and I call it, say, what religion is God? And so the Lord says, these people say they are mine. They honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And their worship of me is nothing but man-made rules learned by rote. That's Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13. And so we'll open it up with a prayer. And we'll say, help me, Lord. Help me to really know you. And not just know of you. See, give me a clean and a pure heart. Like, fix that thing, man. It's time for me to really believe. I want a personal relationship with you. If you are real, let me know you in a real and meaningful way. Maybe my mother and my grandmother praised you, or my father and family and friends told me about you, but I want to know you for myself. Show me how to do that. Teach me how to believe in the great Almighty, right? In your name I ask and I pray. Amen. And so it is. All-Verse Thursdays, y'all. Let's get to it. Let me see. We got some shout outs in the chat, man. We got a whole bunch of people. I see y'all in the chat. Yes. Ooh, wee. Absolutely. Ooh, wee. You love the new intro, Kenny TV. Thank you, sir. Harry Brown, what up? Nupe, what up? I see you. I see you there. Kenny TV. Right. Do your thing, Christmas. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate you. We see you in the house. Yes. Yes. Amen. Elder Reverend Herman Bennett. We got to get you on here one day, Elder Reverend Herman Bennett. Isms. But now, if you my ism, then you got to be his ism too. So speaking of he, who is he? Yeah, FAMU in the house. Y'all see it, man. Rattlers strike. Hold on. Let me just get y'all a back view right quick. Yeah, we're not playing with this thing. We serious today. Anyway, man, I want to bring to the stage, man, bring to the studio, my man, my friend. He's my ism. Y'all don't know what an ism is. You pledge in the South, we call them sand dunes, right? If you pledge with me, and we call them isms if you're the same number. He's an 8-ism. He's great. He in the Crazy 8 clubs. He prays in Spring 90 at the Alpha Z chapter. Alpha Z chapter. Yeah, y'all know what it is. But he also, was a military veteran, known as Captain. If you've seen him on social media, you probably brought a smile to your face, made you laugh in some kind of way, man. I call him the social media artist. He is the grand social media artist. It's your boy, better known as EB. Welcome to the stage, E to the B. What up, baby?
Hey, what's up, man? You real hype today, man. Like you getting ready for the Shocktoberfest. I don't know what you had before you came on the show, but it's all good, man. Good to be here with you tonight, man. I appreciate you. I see you got the Alpha Z gear on. Let me shout out to Marcette and Michelle. I got my sweet Nupe gear on. That's right. It say Spring 90 on the sleeve. Alpha Z right there. I got number 8 on the back. Don't hate on me, baby, because it's gonna get cold in Orlando about 3 days out the year.
Wait, man. All right. So look, man, I appreciate you, man. We see you got your sand dunes in the house, man. They rapping with you. Nia Center, thank you. We got our executive producer in the background helping us with the chat today, man. So you and I can focus on the conversation. And so I appreciate you, right? I appreciate you. Fat Rat. They went into the nickname list. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. It is what it is.
Hey, Victor looking pretty too with that little curly hair, man, and all that. Victor looking like $1 million. What's up, Vic?
That's a 50-year-old wave nouveau.
I love it, man. Hey, we about to have a good time tonight, EB. Man, I'm so glad that you're on, man. I didn't even say the other things. Toastmaster, right? Polemarch, past Polemarch. We share that together, man. This a leader, man, a father, a husband. You just celebrated an anniversary, right?
No, it'll be May the 29th. Don't put me out there too early, man.
Okay. Well, why not, man? My girl, shout out to my girl Bobo. I know she got to be around. Yeah, she want to make a cameo. We always welcome a cameo. Welcome. Shout out to my girl Bobo. Y'all may not know about that, but I ain't known her long enough. I think I can call her that. Unless y'all know y'all might have got brand new after college.
You good. I got that right, man. You good.
Hey, man. So I called you a social media artist and you laughed at me, man. You say, man, where'd I get that title, man? The streets done named you, E. The streets done named you. So what I want to do, man, let's just give the people a little something of what it is they might get if they followed you, if they went on your timeline, something. Share something with me so they know why I say social media artist.
First of all, you just making up a whole grandiose of words tonight. You done made up something a little early, so I'm gonna let you just roll with what you roll because this is your show and I ain't gonna interrupt you. But if you want to call me social media artist, man, you want to brand me as that, I accept it as it is what it is. But for those of you that don't know me or those of you that follow me, in my signature line on Facebook, I put certified hood coordinator, and I always put something after the hood as far as what it is that I'm dealing with. And I always do that, Mark, because, and we'll get into it throughout the show, but we're dealing with so much that's going on in the world today, man. Most of us are the age of our parents when they dropped us off at FAM. We're dealing with trying to raise younger kids. We're dealing with trying to deal with our parents who are aging. Possibly our grandparents are still alive. Hell, we're dealing with COVID-19. We've been in the house for almost a year. We're working, we're entrepreneurs, we're employees. So there's so much on our plate. And so when I post, it's really for me. I post for me, and you all just have to be a part of the audience that's a part of Facebook. And so whatever's on my mind that particular day, whether it's inspirational or whether it's humorous or whether it's scripture based, I throw it out there. And I usually post probably 3, 4, 5 times a day. But I throw some stuff out there. So what I did. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I just posted. Let's see. Let me pull up. Yeah, I just posted about some candy, man. We all old school, and I said, hold on. I got too much stuff. People post all of them stuff all day long.
And they certified hood coordinator. I put that on the flyer. I left that out on the intro.
So here's my post from yesterday, Mark.
Okay.
I said it was called "What Old School Candy Wednesday." I said if you in jail, you don't get a cigarette, you get some old school candy. What would you be asking for? And then I signed it, Captain EB Certified Hood. The box is a kazoo coordinator. The box is a kazoo because if you ever had, and then now politically correct, the lemon heads, yeah, and
Boston
cherry heads and grape heads. But back in the day, it used to be Alexander the Grape. It used to be Cherry Chan. It was Johnny Apple Treats, things like that. Then you use the box as far as a kazoo was concerned. You got your Boston Baked Beans, Mary Jane's. People put on their blow pops, Mike and things like that. So it's just the nostalgia as far as what I'm a realist, because I work in the substance abuse and mental health arena, Mark. And I'm a realist that says we all deal with this with something. Whether you don't have a substance abuse issue as underlying, or whether you don't have a mental health issue as underlying, I try to take you out of whatever you're dealing with for that time period, whether it's a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, just to be able to have some type of reflection to throw back or to engage as far as conversation is concerned, things like that. And so that's really why I post, man. And I love it. It's genuine. And I just try to give of myself, and try to make others feel a little bit of a smile on their face, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. What's up, good brother JG, big brother JG? That's your Dean of Pledges, ain't it?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Put some respect on his name.
On that name, right? Big brother J, Big Daddy J, Not Crazy Ratchet, Spring 88, KK. What up? Shout out to you, right? Man, yeah, this guy's dope. He is dope. So, E, let's talk a little bit about it. Appreciate all y'all that's in the chat, the new people to Twitch. Thanks for following us. Bernard Ellis, what up, baby? Good to see you, Big B. Yo. And so,
hey, Mark, that's Greasy B. He high class now. I gotta look at the chat because some of these Negroes that's on here, some of them high class now. I don't want to mess them up.
Hey, The Rock, right? But you know what? That's why they got aliases. You know what I'm saying? What I like about you, E, man, you ain't no aliases, man. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to your post, right? Because it is, like you say, certified hood coordinator, but it's something usually between hood and coordinator, right? So I think about you, man. And let's for folks that don't know you, that didn't go to FAM, that didn't pledge Kappa, or not involved in fraternity that may not know you. Let's just give them a little bit of background about who you are. Now, you're from Florida, right? You're from Central Florida.
Born and raised in St. Petersburg.
Born and raised in St. Peter. Now, how did you get to FAMU?
All right, so originally, my partner on here, Didi, is on here, my crime dog, but I had never really known too much about FAMU.
Jay, we know you ain't Spring '88, baby. We know you ain't Spring '87. We got you right, baby. Yeah.
And so what happened was, I applied and got accepted at University of Florida, got accepted at University of South Florida, some schools down south. And my homeboy, Rocco Sanders, good friend, we grew up together in St. Petersburg. Rock was 2 years ahead of me. And so he invited me up for homecoming 1987. Homecoming 87 in the Grand Ballroom. That's all I need to say. and so my mom paid for a ticket for me to go up there to hang out with Rock. Rock stayed in Pattyfoot. And so
got out to the foot, y'all. Yeah.
Got off the bus. He picked me up. He had an old Dodge. I forgot what it was, an Imperial Dodge, but he had some 12s in the back. He had some bump in the trunk. And so we came up on the yard, man. And, just the experience, because I hadn't been acculturated to HBCU. And even though growing up in St. Petersburg, people had tried to introduce us to FAMU, I never had gone on campus.
What's up, Lakita? We see you,
man. And went on campus and stayed at Pattyfoot, walked around, just saw us. I saw us having a good time. And I said, man, let's go to this party. It was on a Friday night at the Grand Ballroom. Man, as a 17-year-old going to a party at a HBCU, you thought I was in heaven. I was like, oh, I don't know what else to do. And so when I never forget, I had gotten, because they were still, we were still doing paper application. We ain't as high tech as we were. And so they were still doing paper applications. And I grabbed the application from the registrar's office before I left, and I filled it out on the Greyhound, man, and mailed it in as soon as I stepped off the bus.
What a story.
It was a done deal.
What a story, man. That was my freshman year. I remember that homecoming in the Grand Ballroom too, man. And that's when the set was open. They'd be riding down booming on the set. So after the party was over, you just stayed outside on the set to the police. I don't even know if they ever made folks go. I don't even know what made the crowds eventually leave. But at some point, the crowds left, man. But the set, nothing like the set. Shout out to FAMU. That was Centennial. You're right, Jay. Centennial. That was a 100-year celebration of FAMU. Yeah, FAMU, 1887. Man, Humphreys was there striking again. Right, and then, as it went on. Now, did you come there with a military scholarship, or did you do that later?
All right, so right after graduation, man, I knew I couldn't stay home for the summer because, Rocco was already there. And, you always had an element when you're around your people. Not everybody was doing well. Not everybody had your best interest at heart. And so, I probably knew, and I'll be honest with you on this, probably if I had stayed home that summer, man, I probably wouldn't have survived. Not because, we lived in the projects or anything like that, but because, I had friends that ran dope, and, the dope game was heavy at the time. Crack was the thing, and, a lot of people moving weight. And so 3 days after graduation, I had went down. I had taken the ASVAB. My mom didn't even know about it. And I went into the Army. And I went to basic training. And basic training was at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. If you ain't never been to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, it's about 200 degrees. I didn't even know it could be that hot. And so went to Fort Jackson. And they let me graduate 2 days early because I was entering into FAM. And so I graduated on a Friday and school started that Monday. So I flew home from Columbia back to St. Pete. My mom drove me up to Tallahassee. And when she dropped me off, I never forget, she said, I have paid for your freshman year. So freshman year was paid for. She said, you have to figure out anything after this. And so it was one of those situations where it was a sink or swim. And it was kind of a precarious situation, Mark, because my mom was a single parent, so it wasn't like she was making 100,000, anything like that. But when you're like at a threshold, you don't make too little, but you don't make enough. So she's caught in that conundrum that we couldn't get financial aid. And so I never forget the Gulf War had just started. Rocco, went off to he was going off to the Gulf War, and I went down to the ROTC building and I let them know, I was enlisted at the time. I was an E, and I asked if they had any scholarships. Bro, they said they had 21 scholarships available that they were giving away. I said, well, what does a scholarship entail? And they said basically, you kind of fill out everything, turn in some information, go through interview. I said, well, what does it entail? Not I said, what does it pay for? They said it pays for everything. It pays for tuition. We give you $150 a month, this and that and the other. So that was a done deal, because my option was I could either go to war because the Gulf War had just started, or I could accept the ROTC scholarship. So, I accepted the ROTC scholarship, and the rest was a done deal, man. Got commissioned in 93 when I graduated, spent 5 years active duty as a second lieutenant, first lieutenant, and then promoted to a captain when I got out. And so just had an incredible experience, man. And love my time at FAMU.
Yeah, Captain EB, man. That's my boy. I met you around about then. I met you around 80, 88-ish, 89-ish. You was in your freshman year, you was coming down to the frat house. Now, for those of you who just for the first time, this is ALLVERSE Thursdays, where we bring artists together to share their artistry, their verses, right? Now, verse, when you say verses, what is that? Is that a song? Is that a poem? It's any of those things. We taking it back to the ancient times, the ancient responsibility where you, for your tribe, represented, you needed to pass on some history, pass on the story, pass on some ancient wisdom, a sacred text, whatever it is. And you did it in a way that captured the people's attention, right? And that it stayed with them, that it not only got to they hear it, but they felt it in their hearts and souls. And so any artist that you see on here, especially my man tonight, touches your heart because they come from the heart. Now, EB, I want to get some more into this, but let's talk a little bit about, while I'm coming up with this question, I need you to share one of them top 10s. I need one of them top 10 posts from you, man. I think about one you shared from Swanee Swift. I mean, you got so many. I don't want to tell you which one to share, but you got top 10s. So as you're thinking about that, I just fill in a couple little other gaps. You came down to the fraternity house, man. We met the time, spring 90, right about spring 90, was getting ready to have a line. And you wrote it for Kappa Alpha Psi, and you came in, and it was phenomenal, brother, man. I'll never forget when you came to me the following year when I was the Polemarch in 91. And you said, man, I think I want to be the Polemarch. And I said, man, that's amazing. I actually think that you'll be a phenomenal Polemarch, And that being said, man, you spoke it into existence, man, and went on ahead and became one of the great Polemarchs at Alpha Z, man, and still revered today, man. And so I just appreciated the way that I met you. I didn't know anybody from St. Pete at the time. When I probably do some St. Pete, but I didn't know you, man. And we had to came up together and had the opportunity to bond. And what you have is a way to connect with people regardless of who they are and who you are. Like, you see them as people, right? And, maybe you might dress a certain way or walk a certain way or talk. I think you might have been rocking one of them nameplate chains back then. But you know what I'm saying? You was my guy. You still is, still out, man. Captain Lee. Now, you got kind of serious, man. You went on, grew up, went to Toastmasters, shut that thing down in Toastmasters, man. Won all sorts of trophies and championships. So what I want to know, man, is, now, we 40, we 50. Facebook is here. It's a real thing, man. You're the hood coordinator. You posted for yourself, but you started to realize you was having an impact on people. But before we get that, did you find the top 10?
Yeah, I got a top 10 for you, man.
Give me a top 10. Yes, Polemarch. I was giving you shout outs. Herman Bennett.
I posted this one inauguration day. Matter of fact, no, I posted this one the day after inauguration day, because if we all saw, Michelle and Barack came in there, they set the thing off, but Michelle was, tight as always. So I posted this on that Thursday because inauguration was on Wednesday. So it was called Mark. It said the top 10 Michelle Obama things Thursday. Said y'all saw her yesterday. Yep, y'all saw her. So your boy here today to recap on my hood top 10 observations from yesterday. Number 10, her hairdresser is booked until summer 2025. Number 9, she had a jumpsuit ordered last year. She just needed to find the right coat. Ladies, stop hiding your clothes. Number 8, her walk is a result of heavy cardio and squats. Number 7, She probably said to her husband, Barack, tell all your hoes I'm coming. Number 6, a book deal is coming soon. Number 5, her speaking engagements just went up by 10 grand. Number 4, she is the epitome of what the streets call thick. Number 3, she shows you how to play her 51-49 ratio. If y'all follow me, y'all understand what that means, and I'll divulge in that in a minute. Number 2, don't try her. She's still from Chicago. And number 1, a lot of sisters will continue to see hope, swag, confidence, and magic. Just wanted to put some Rich Homie Quan on as she came out. Y'all who know the song know the song. Carry on, be blessed. And my signature is always Captain EB, certified hood. What color they called that yesterday? Coordinator.
Oh, I love it, man. EB, man. Man, like, so that's what I'm talking about. Social media audience. God damn it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna change the name. I'm calling deference and all of that. Yes, sir. You a certified hood coordinator, aka social media artist. If we didn't have one before, we got one now. Yeah, Earl Herman. He said he died on that one. Brilliantly ignorant. Hey, BT, thank you, man. Thank you.
Cause I got A London on here, and I put on his post the other day because he looking for a boo in the streets. But the 51-49 ratio. Okay, so here's what it is. We're all at the age where we're professional, but we still got a little ratchet in us. And so you can't really keep it 50-50, because if you keep it 50-50, then it's imbalance. And so the 51-49 ratio is for the fellas. You have to stay 51% professional, 49%, kind of trap, Magic Mike, whatever you wanted to be in your alter ego lifestyle. And for the ladies, the 51-49 is you have to stay 51% professional, but you got to be 49% stripper, whatever you was, whatever you want to be in your other life. And so that's all it is. That's the ratio. And so when you see me, if you follow me on social media, on Facebook, and you see me put up the 51-49 ratio, that's all it is, man.
Oh, I love it, man. And you know what? My man EB, man. Now, I don't know if he was ever shy, but he was always a humble dude, but always really confident in who he was. That's my experience when I met EB when he came down to the frat house. Then he pledged, and as his dean says, that's why he was solid. That's why they called him the Rock. From day one, he was a solid cat, still is a solid cat. Gandhi and Gotti. Okay, Al. We're going to get Al on here to sing us a verse one of these days. Yeah, Trick Daddy. Herman's alter ego is Trick Daddy. Oh, my goodness. Trick love the kids. Oh, my God. Claire Huxtable and Cardi. I think he meant Cardi B. Oh, man, y'all killing me. But E, we fast forward now. We grown, FAMU homecomings, but making a little bit of money, man. You got kids. They can do what they need to do. You can get up out of the Honda, man, and move up to the Lexus or the Acura or whatever it is that your thing is. You know what I'm saying? I used to know a lot of cats that had gold fronts. They don't have them no more. I don't know what happened. I don't know if this was removed or they changed and they put whites on them. But all this didn't change, man. I ain't calling no names, but y'all know who you are. But, you started doing parties with my man DJ No. Shout out to another Nupe, right? DJ No. How you get into doing the parties, man? And what was behind you getting on the mic at the parties?
All right. So if you see me, man, I've always had a microphone in my hand, man, since day one. So me and my brother used to DJ back in the early '80s. My maternal grandparents grew up in Virginia, in Hot Springs, Virginia, almost in West Virginia. And so in the summertime, man, we used to just do parties, man. He hosts a party every weekend, and I was 14, 15 at the time. I get on there and rock the mic.
Like Jam Pony, rock the mic like that?
Nah, I used to spit bars, man. I spit that hot fire. Now, I come in and you put on some instrumental, I can ride out 100 bars. But, God had other plans for me. So it's just one of those things, man, where I've always had a voice. I've always had the microphone in my hand. And so probably, what are we in now? Probably a decade ago, Norris was doing parties. He was just starting to really come up and DJ parties and things like that. And that's, I think if you go back to when Jamal had Trailgate in his house in the basement. And so when he did that, I probably think in 2000, probably started 2009 in Atlanta when they had the Atlanta Classic. The set dwellers. So shout out to Jamal, Terry, Robin, Ronald. I think they did a rooftop party downtown in 2009. And so, I just, kind of gelled with start rocking the mic, get a little hyped up, this, that, and the other. And so it just kind of went from there, man. And it just turned into, we just have fun. When you see us at homecoming and we wilding out, it's just having fun, man, because homecoming is it is what it is. It's just a gathering. I mean, hell, we only see each other once, maybe twice a year. And just to be able to have a good time, and not so much, from the jam pony effect, but, just being able to facilitate the flow of the party, just keep everybody engaged, because, it's usually, if you come to the day party, hell, it's 5 or 6 hours, and you usually 4 hours on that drink. So, probably by hour number 1 or 2, hell, you don't even know where you're at anymore. I look at it as more so, not so much as an MC or a hype man. It's just like a facilitator of the event, just to keep everything going.
I love it, a facilitator of the event. Now, you got some good accolades up in the chat. Jay said you the best to ever do it, next to Freaky Gary Shipman, man. Now, let me tell you this. I'm from Chicago. I had never heard bass music prior to 1987. August, come down to Florida, and I come to the party, man, and they playing bass. I never heard it before. Cats got outfits. They get the hat, the shirt, the shorts, the socks, the boots, all the same color. They blue or yellow. I'm like, they wearing boots and it's 100 degrees. I ain't never seen gold teeth, girls with gold teeth. None of that, right? I went to my first party in the bass music, and Herb Carrington, shout out to her. He used to do the creep dog. You just see him walking around campus creep dogging, right? So I go to the first party, and they backing that thing up, man. They doing also, they call it twerking now, but I had never seen people party like that. I say it's something to this bass music. And then I went to a party and I heard Gary Shipman on the mic. Now, I never heard nobody do nothing on the mic besides, hey, like the skating rink, his all-male skater, couples only. I heard something like that. But Gary, man, turned the party out, man. And the things he would be saying, like you said, facilitated the event. So I want to get back to this facilitating the event, right? Now, you didn't do that as much younger. When did you realize that was a void, and that was a void that you needed to fill?
I mean, it probably wasn't until, shout out to DJ No, I see him in the chat. It probably wasn't until, probably I would say, when we were doing the Atlanta Classic, man, because if you look at when you go to a classic game or an event where all of us are there, and so we're in our 40s or 50s. So what happens is, let's put it into a block of 4.5, 5 hours.
Yes, let's do that.
Your first hour, you trying to dap everybody up. You trying to see where everybody been. Next hour, you probably trying to get as many drinks in as you can. Next hour, you probably trying to holler at somebody you want to holler at 10 years ago. And so it's a phase that has to happen. And so a lot of times when the DJ could be playing some banging music, and so Noah's been jamming, since day one. But it's almost like if you go to an event and you don't have somebody that kind of keeps you on track of here's where we're supposed to be inside of the event, somebody moving the event along, then you kind of get bored as far as the event is concerned. And Norris will tell you, man, I'll be on the microphone with him and I'll just say some shit that I have no idea where it comes from. It's based upon me visualizing what he's going to play, because I had the ability standing behind him to see what he's going to play. I can see, the entire audience as far as everybody that's going on, and just being able to feel the vibe as far as it's concerned. For the last 2 years, and, unfortunately we didn't have homecoming this past year because of COVID, but Dr. Robinson has come out to the day party 2018 and 2019. And so even when we were over at the old school frat house in 2018, and then last year when we moved it to, when the set dwellers moved to 2019, man, just who in their right mind would have the university president out there? And I would always tell Norris, let's fuck with him. Let's fuck with Dr. Robinson. And let's put on something. I won't do it out of disrespect. But okay, Dr. Robinson, thank you for all your salutations. We appreciate you coming out. But Doc, before you leave, let me see you squirrel. We just have a good time, man. It's just stuff like that, man. That I do, man. Just try to keep the party, on 10.
I love it, man. Shout out Rock Shot. We see you Spring 84, another Alpha Z brother from Chicago. Norris Summerall is laughing. He's just cracking, falling out. So, hey, let me give a shout out. All Verse Thursdays, every Thursday, 8 p.m. right here, whether you're at on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook. If you haven't switched to Twitch, come on over to Twitch and check us out. You can follow the Nia Center at Twitch. Hit the little heart button. That's how you follow. You get notifications. But when we have shows that are happening, you want to support us, you can send us an email. You can send us a Zelle. You can cash out. We take it all, right? And we're all for the betterment of creating a better show, right? And when we do get out of this COVID-19 streets, we need some better technology, right? We want to be on set, be in person. We got to get to the guests and all of that. Sponsorship. We take sponsors. You want your logo up on the show. You want to be, this is my man. This is a shout out to Bernard Ingram. Buy a nice shirt. Another FAMU. I think that's your line, brother, ain't it? Yeah, Bernard, FAMU jacket. I'm going to take it off. I'm a little warm right now. But yeah, this is custom made varsity leather jackets. I think there might be coming one for Alpha Z, but I don't know. Stay tuned, Alpha Z. Stay tuned, Rock of the South. But what I want to say is that you've had an impact. Now, whether it started off as I just want to have some fun, as you talked about, you've had an impact. Norris G, that's my saying doing right there. Fall 88. No, he can sing, brother. We wait for that album to drop. Norris G, got to get you on the show when the album drops, right? But I want to talk a little bit about your impact, right? Because that's a real thing, and so we need people to kind of facilitate the thing that's going on, right? And you've come to use yours for good. Right, you come to use your facilitation for good. Do people talk to you about the impact that you have when they reading your post or from when you're after the party? They're like, man, what is that? And what is it if they do? What's some of the feedback that you hear?
They do, man. And here's the thing, man. I'm a humble cat, man. And you know me, Jay knows me, Norris know me, man. I'm a humble dude. I don't look for it's about me when I go to the party or put my name on the flyer, this, that, and the other. I'm DJ Drama had a thing. He called himself Mr. Thanksgiving, and he called himself that, Mark, because he want everybody to eat. And so I'm a full proponent of the law of abundance, and I don't ever do what I do, man, for monetary gain. And I do it to say, okay, if I can help you. And it helps you to become, it helps the Nia Center to blow up. And, 2, 3, 4 years down the road, you do like the baker and the cupbearer when Joseph was in prison. The baker, unfortunately, he got impaled, but the cupbearer, remembered about him 2 years later. Hell, it may take you 2 years to remember that I've done something for you. And, when you think about it like that, man, I think we all live in an abundant mentality that says I could do something for you and I don't have to reap the rewards of it today. And so, yeah, people have given me a lot of feedback as far as my posts have caught them at a particular spot where they were during the course of the day. At the parties, I may say something that, is off cuff that, has made somebody laugh or something like that. And I do it from a humor standpoint, but to be serious. Because I think we live in a society right now, and I told you this on the introduction, that society right now is so heavy, man. Society is heavy that we're caught in the middle. Our generation is caught in the middle of dealing with our parents who are aging, dealing with our kids who are aging. We're working, we're entrepreneurs, we grinding. We got so much going on that sometimes we forget to just, kind of come off the grid. And that's why I love homecoming, man. Homecoming is no holds barred, man. You come to homecoming, man, I don't judge you, man. Just grab something to drink, grab something to eat. Let's wild out. Shit, if you on a diet, be on a diet. If you ain't on a diet, we got about 72 hours together, and then we probably won't see each other for another 6, 7, 8, 9 months, maybe even a whole another year. And so, from a standpoint like that, when I post, it's purely altruistic, man. It's purely, I try to give of me. Because if you look at it at the end of the day, Mark, we're all energy. We're all made up of energy. And so if you live in a household where it's all negative, or you work around a negative environment, all you deal with all day long, 17, 18, 19 hours a day is negativity. There sometimes is no positivity in your world. And so when I come across, man, I'm gonna leave it out there. I'm gonna 100% of me out there, and I recharge. I know how to recharge. God has given me the ability to know how to reset myself as far as my endorphins are concerned and things like that. But that's just me, man. I leave it out there and give of myself 100%, and we call it a day.
I love it, man. Let's just a couple of comments from the chat. Thanks for the follow, Nat Ratchet. I think it was Nat Ratchet. I missed that on the Twitch. Thank you, Laquita B, for the follow on Twitch. If you haven't come over to Twitch, come on over. Rock said say when he was DJing, total excitement, pumping the incredible house versus bass. Yeah, they make people pay the tail. We're gonna get to that, JB, just in a second. Just JG, I'm sorry, just in a second. But yeah, powerful. You say some powerful stuff, man. And one of the things I do recall, and I would say is consistent from you when I knew you in 1990 to now 2020. Damn, what's that? That's 30 years, huh? Man, yeah, it's been a long time. Is that you've been consistent. You've been consistent, right? Not more than, not less than. Because now we all grow, right? We all go through whatever growing is. Like we said, I don't know. You still rock the nameplate? You still got that? No, I'm fucking.
Man, I ain't never had no damn nameplate in my life, man. That's some Chicago shit. That's some Chicago shit. Shout out to my friend house DJ T Hall, man. T
Hall, what up,
house music dude? Down in the basement. Shout out to T Hall.
T Hall put that French kiss on, man, for about 15 minutes. Had a whole basement grinding. Whole basement, whole party. Yo, Nupes, yeah, we see you, brother. Love you, man. I done went to T Hall with high school. But, man, Dre Day, yeah, amazing interview both ways, y'all. Blessed and blessing others. PMD, that's my saying. Boy, the Nupes is sticking here tonight. Thank y'all for showing up. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it. So, JG said he knew that was a lie. All right, man. All right, we don't be trying to call me out, though, EB, man. Don't be trying to call me out, man. I'm sensitive. I'm still sensitive. But here's what I want to say. You talked about paying it forward, doing it because one, it just feels like the right thing to do. Being in a position like what's the girl at the bakery? TC Bakery. I want to say the name wrong. What's the bakery in Tallahassee? You always put orders in.
It's TC Bakery. And let me tell you a story about how that came about, Mark.
And while you're doing it, I want you to find one of them homecoming top tens because we want to hit them with that before we get off. But go ahead.
How TC Bakery came about. For those of you that were in Tallahassee late 80s, early 90s, Mom Mary's was right around the corner from the frat house. And shout out to Mom Mary's, Miss Williams. One of the things that I respect about you and KJ during you all's administration was that summer, man, we went down and negotiated a meal plan with Mom Mary's. I want to put this into perspective for those of y'all that they never ate at Mom Mary's. For $40, she gave the Nupes 2 meals a day, 6 days a week. So that's Monday through Saturday. She was closed on Sunday. So basically you had 12 meals for $40. Man, you couldn't beat that shit nowhere. That's like $3.33 a meal.
Big meals too, nigga. Greens, mac and cheese.
Mark, Nupes was so heavy that summer, man. I think all the Nupes gained probably about 15, 20 pounds just that summer from Mom Mary. But one of the things that, how God works, sometimes you can't repay the person that's blessing you. And so, Miss Williams had passed away when we left school. I think she passed away in 94. And her daughter was very young at the time. So Jennifer was her daughter. I think Jennifer was probably 5 or 6 at the time that we were interacting with them at the shop. And so it came across that she had the opportunity to buy the building, to lease the building where it was, because the building had been vacant for a little while. And God spoke to me one night and said, reach out to this girl because this is the daughter of Miss Williams of Mom Mary. And really, man, I had no idea how this came about. I just reached out to her on Facebook, befriended her friend Renee, who's one of Chanel Sarah's, and that's her sister. And so reached out to her. Next thing you know, I did an interview for the local television show and kind of been pumping her as far as everything for really over the last year. And it's never been anything that I want to co-sign with you because you got to cut me a check because I have a huge following, this, that, and the other. Man, your mom blessed me 30 years ago. I was a sophomore who ran out of money in that summer, and I can't repay her because she's dead. So how do I now repay the debt that I owe her, which is through you? And I'll never ask for anything monetary as far as TC Bakery is concerned, bro. I don't care, she make millions and millions of dollars. That's just my way of giving back. So that's how that came about, man. It was just, kind of divine intervention.
Man, That's a beautiful story, man. I knew KJ and I negotiated the meal plan. I did not know TC Bakery was Ma Mary's daughter. And just to add to that, Ma Mary was the kind of lady that even if you didn't have it, like if you came in there earnestly, man, not only she gonna give you some food, she gonna have that thing overflowing. Don't tell her that, man. I ain't ate in 2 days.
Here go the funny part, man. I would see 10 Nupes go in there and pay for one sweet tea and drink 3 cups apiece. So you took 30 cups of sweet tea from this lady, and somebody paid for one. She ain't never say nothing, man.
She ain't never say nothing, man. God bless her, man. And that's why 8isms. Boy, ain't nothing like an 8. And we saw shout out to Nicole Austin Ship, shout out Ism, AKA's in the house, Bobo, Mama Bobo. She actually was the dean of pledges for my wife, Naomi Jewel. So shout out to the AKA's. You took your mom to Mom Mary's. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know who you are, Facebook user, but we see you that you took your mom to Mom Mary's. Yes, yeah, that breakfast was awesome. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So look, I want to talk in to get into. So while you finding it this top 10 homecoming, I want to get into really what you were leading and talking about abundance, the other 97, right? Now, EB, you got another business on the side. You don't talk much about it publicly that I see. Maybe you do. I know you've been in business for a while for yourself, in addition to doing the substance abuse. But tell us about the other 97, what that is, and how that came about.
All right, so the other 97, man, is basically, for those who don't know, I have a health and wellness business. I partnered up with a international health and wellness manufacturer. Been with them for the last 17 years. So that's kind of my other hustle. I don't call it my side hustle because sometimes when you call something your side hustle, you put that out in the atmosphere that it's not going to work because you call it the side. I just call it my other hustle. When I get off of my 8 to 5, then I grind there from 5:01 until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever. So I've been doing that for the last 17 years. But I monikered it in the other 97 because really when you look at America, 3% of Americans are in the ultra wealthy. So I don't deal with them. I deal with the other 97. And so that's the pond that I fish in. So that's what, I branded, probably over a decade ago as far as the other 97 LLC, the other 97.com, the other 97 at Gmail. So that's how y'all can find me if you're ever looking for me in the streets. And so that's just one of the things that I use as far as my brand is concerned, and I don't kind of throw it out there. People that know me, they know what I do. But I don't never do it to kind of, throw up on people. They see you coming. Oh, shit, here come EB. He going to say something about something. I don't never want to be that dude. Mm-hmm. If you ever ask me, I'll talk to you about it or whatnot or pull your side as far as private conversation is concerned. But that's just my moniker as far as, how I roll in my other business. That's it.
Jay said something on the screen. Never forget that you told him to follow his passion and the money will come. Yeah.
No, okay. For those of you that have kids in school, man, stop pushing your kids to be some shit.
What up, Corey?
And I say all that because, man, I see a lot of the parents, that are stressing out nowadays, as far as virtual learning, this, then I want my kid to go to school to be, an accountant. I want my kid to go to school to be whatever. Man, if your kid ask your kid what they want to do. Because one of the things that I've learned right now, Mark, the jobs that they will have don't exist right now. And so I'm trying to push you into an antiquated career just because I worked for government for 20 years. Yeah, the government may not even exist. We saw what happened on January the 6th. It was, everybody rushed into the Capitol. So we don't know what's going on. And so you have to let them follow their passion. And I think when you look at us who are in our late 40s, early 50s, there are a lot of people who never followed their passion, but now you're attached to a mortgage. You're attached to a car note. You're attached to, private school education, lights, water, cable, cell phones. So you can't follow your passion now because you got to pay bills. And so, I'm always under the precept. If you let a 20, 25, 27, 28-year-old follow their passion, the money will show up, man. And I think we try to monetize everything that says you got to come out of school and make 6 figures. You got to come out of school and have a title or have a corner office. Dude, if you came out of school with no bills and you making $1,000, $1,500 a month and you had the ability to possibly stay at home with your mom and everything, man, you making bank. You probably making more than all of us that's on the call as far as discretionary income is concerned. And so, keep that into consideration as far as what we're trying to do as far as the youth is concerned. Because what happens is, man, I tell people like this, I laugh at it, but Mark, I'm closer to 60 than I am 40.
Yeah.
And so when you keep that shit in the perspective, bro, I mean, it is what it is, man. So, follow your passion, the money will show up. Monetize it as far as that's concerned.
Now you say something really interesting. My mom was an educator for 35 years in Chicago. She said, Mark, you can do anything you want to do except for be a teacher. Right? And she said, I don't want you to be a teacher because it's too hard out here. We don't make it. My mom worked 2-3 jobs. She had a master's degree, was borrowing from Peter to pay Paul every month. And she said, I just don't want you to have that lifestyle. They went 15 years, never got a raise. They went on strike for 4-6 weeks. And when I was a kid, and they got a 2% raise after 15 years of no raise. It was tough, man. And so that was one thing I wanted to do. I never did. I went to follow the money. And I started following the money, and because I hadn't had no money like that, I'm living check to check. I'm living check to check. Oh, God forbid something happened or get a divorce or something major expense come through. Now my credit done ran down. I'm broke. So what we missed is about mastering your money, right? Because you know how to manage it. And I think that's what you're hitting on, and that's what our kids miss. And I've had the opportunity.
But let me cut you off right there, Mark. And I say that because, and I respect your mom. She didn't want you to go into education because there was no money. But look at us. We got a little piece of money. Nobody ever taught us about economics. So if you saw your mom working her ass off, excuse the expression, and never being able to save, then in your mind you never taught about economics. So you're in a fight or flight when you get out of school. So you're trying to now acquire everything that you never had growing up. And so when you're in the acquisition phase, nobody has ever taught us as far as savings. Nobody ever taught me. Dude, I was 23 years old. We graduated from FAM. I was a commissioned officer. Chanel was a pharmacist. We making almost you coming off of being broke. Okay, being broke, being financial aid, to making almost a combined income of almost $200,000 a year. What do you do with that if you have no economic education? You go out and do stupid shit, Mark. As a 23-year-old, you go out and buy a Lexus LS400. Who does that? Why do you do that? And because nobody has ever taught you. And because nobody ever taught you, you go into that perpetual cycle as far as that's concerned. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But when we don't educate our kids as far as that's concerned, it takes multiple generations for us to get out of that cycle.
Right. So I want to say, I'm with you. So we saying the same thing, because the missing piece was the financial literacy. She didn't have it. She did the best she could with what she had. She really wasn't saying don't be a teacher because it ain't rewarding. Right. She was saying she didn't have some tools that she might now have some access to. And to bring it full circle, now I'm in the classroom. Right. I've been substitute teaching since September. Right. Beautiful experience, man. This is where I was supposed to be, man. Beautiful experience. I got an email from a parent the other day. I teach special ed in high school, right? Parent the other day, I got an email that said, man, I know you only been with our kid for 5 weeks, but you've made such a difference in his life. And we don't even know how you did it. That's the stuff we're talking about. When you talk about following your passion, pouring in that abundance mentality, and when you got some literacy, right? Like you say, financial literacy, health literacy, then you can do better because you know better. We didn't know no better, but we can teach these people to do better. That's what I love about what you bring, EB, because you look to I'm gonna make a new word up, illiterate. You look to illiterate us on some things that we may have tried to step away from. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. But go ahead, man. Come on, give us one of them top 10. We are, man. This hour goes.
Man, I can't. It's because we haven't had homecoming in a year, man. It's too buried down in my timeline, man. We'd have had homecoming 2020. 2020 it'd be somewhere I can find it, man. We've been out the yard for 18 months. Hell, I got 18 months worth of posts in front of it. It's all good, man. But I just try to have fun, man. When we come to homecoming, and I address Jay at the tailgate tax. I do that because I was taught never to show up anywhere empty-handed.
Hey, before you stop that, before you jump there, live, love, life is one of They done put it. They done left it on the screen. They want us to see that. Both of you have a God capacity that you started to realize and utilize. It's powerful. Thank you, Live Love Life. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Now, come on, get to this. Hey, tailgate tax. Absolutely.
So the tailgate tax, man, came about probably about 4 years ago. Where I'm real observant. So I see a lot of people come to the tailgates. Steve, shout out to Steve Smith, Daryl Jones, Brian Gard, all of them. So they put a lot of money into sponsoring the tailgate, right? And so when you're throwing in thousands and thousands of dollars, and you see a bunch of your friends show up empty-handed, I'm like, hold on, man, and I ain't got no problem if anybody show up and you grab a hamburger or something like that. But when you see motherfuckers, excuse the expression, when you see somebody back there eating a 20-piece oyster dinner and 12 crab legs, and they ain't bought nothing, I feel embarrassed that now I'm telling my people to show up to the tailgate and ain't none of my people bringing that. And so I just implemented the tailgate tax, man. Just bring some liquor through and we're gonna call it a day. And so the tailgate tax came about probably about 4 years ago, man. Just bring a bottle through. We're gonna use it. And it is what it is. One funny thing, not last year because we were out last year, but 2019, man, when everybody showed up with a bottle, bro, we had about 80 bottles of liquor that we poured into the punch. And if you drank the punch, you drank the punch. Don't ask me what's in the punch. It's whatever you. We put a little sugar in it. They put a little ice on it, and you gonna keep it moving. And so that it is what it is. Now, so we just have fun.
Oh, I love it. What up, Cynthia Buell? Say, what up, EB? What up?
What up, baby?
Whole girl from Alaska in the house. Yeah, ski weed. Hey, man, I love you, EB, man. It's been awesome having you on the show. The other 97, man. 3% of America is wealthy, and so you don't deal with them. You deal with the other 97. I love that. Hey, real quick, you got any projects coming up or anything that you want to tell us about that you up to?
Nah, man, I ain't working on that, man. I try to facilitate, man, and help as many people out. Shout out to my frat brother Ernest, Skeeter. We trying to get back in these COVID streets, man. Get some parties going on. Definitely doing some things here in Orlando. Definitely homecoming is gonna be epic, man. If you don't have plans, if you ain't never been to no homecoming ever in your life, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there right now. Go and get your shit together, get your ticket right, get your babysitter, whatever. You need to be at homecoming this year. Matter of fact, you probably need to be in Miami at the Jackson State game because Dion gonna try to show out on the Rattlers and everything, but you need to travel this year, man, because one of the things that I've come to realize, Mark, being in COVID for almost a year, is that it's real, and people are dying. People that were well last week are sick this week, and they be dead next week, and you don't really think about it like that, man, as far as the vulnerability, where we are, but it is what it is. And so when I look at a lot of excuses, man, and I'm real, and I try not to offend anybody as far as homecoming is concerned, but you grind for a corporation all year long and you can't take no vacation, you can't take 3 days off. They won't miss you for 3 days. What they gonna do when you're dead? And so a lot of people haven't been back to homecoming 10, 15, 20 years. And I'm like, dude, do you love the job that much? Because the job don't love you. And
the job don't love you.
You seen a lot of people laid off this year, just being furloughed. The job will tell you that they don't love you. So if you had an opportunity, just make it back to homecoming, man, because that may be the homecoming. Couple.
Might be your last one, or somebody's last one. Right.
Let's be realistic. Homecoming 2018 was a homecoming that we saw a fallen Rattler. When she got back home that next week, unfortunately, due to domestic violence, she was killed. And so nobody thought of that. And so when you don't think of things like that, man, you keep it in the perspective like, damn, I could see Mark, this homecoming, then next homecoming, something happens. But that's just how it is, man. That's why I'm really, really passionate as far as that's concerned, man.
So I appreciate it. Shout out Jerry Wilkinson, man. Homeboy from Cincinnati, man. Jerry used to look out for me when I used to come to Cincinnati, man. I spent some time in that basement, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Jay say take Monday off, right? And stay the Sunday night in Tallahassee. Trust him. Now, here's what I want to do. I'm just going with the flow. Before we close out, we're going to give them a top 10. We're gonna let's call it ALLVERSE ALLVERSE collaboration. Top 10 reasons to come with homecoming, and this is how it's gonna work. Right? Here's how it's gonna work. You gonna go, then I'm gonna go, then you gonna go, and I'm gonna go until we get to 10. Top 10 reasons to come. Hey, if you ain't got your things ready, because I don't know what we get ready to say. But top 10 reasons to come to FAMU homecoming.
Top 10 reasons to come to FAMU homecoming 2021. Number 10, Cause we ain't seen your ass in a whole decade.
Number 9, because a motherfucker need to see some big booties.
Number 9, number number 8, because you probably ain't financial at nobody chapter, but we gonna make you look like you're financial.
Number 7, because you don't get a chance to fish fry because your wife got you on a tight diet.
Number 6, because you ain't never heard no bass music like this ever before since you left school.
Number 5, last time you scrubbed the ground literally, we had to pick you up, so you need to redeem yourself.
Number 4, because 730 Wells Street has been renovated, now you can go down there and take a picture in front of the frat house.
Number 3, Alpha Z on 1, Alpha Z on 2, Alpha Z, you know what to do. Everybody. Number 3.
Number 2, because you probably posted up in the A-Law till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to holler at somebody from spring 1992.
And number 1, my man, the captain, EB, the facilitator, it's your boy, the certified hood coordinator, gonna be on the mic at the day party, at the rooftop. Y'all don't want to miss him. See him live, y'all. It's been ALLVERSE Thursdays. Peace, 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 peace. We got something to send y'all out on.